I've just never, these last few months, it has literally made me it has created so much social anxiety in my life. It's ridiculous. Like, I have never, ever in my life been tested so much by people every week, every month. I can't believe it. I'm at a place where I don't even know if I trust God. And I'm trying so hard to trust him. It's like prayer ain't working, cutting people off ain't working, holding my peace and letting Lord fight my battles ain't working. Like, I have never felt so tested and so tried by people. And it's not just, it's people that I have to deal with on a daily basis. People I work with, people I don't work with. Like, people. I feel like last year I was at a place where I didn't talk to anybody really. I didn't have many friends. I had like 2 friends and one guy I messed with for over a year. Didn't have no issues, had the best peace. Checked into my command, ride solo by myself, didn't really know nobody. And it was good, you know, I was okay with that. I got out this summer, started meeting people on deployment and even here in Washington. And it's been the biggest regret of my life. Letting people in, trusting people. People bring so much drama, so much BS to your life, and it's so sad. And I'm so tired of being tested and tried. Just to wake up every day and be a good person. Just to wake up every day and try to have morals and respect and to feel sorry and to be sorry and to try to be a better person. Like, I'm just so tired. Holding my peace, letting God fight my battles. Like, this shit is ghetto. And I'm done. Like, I cannot wait to get out the Navy. Like, I am so done with this shit. I'm at a place where I literally don't go nowhere, don't talk to nobody, don't want to deal with people, don't want to look at people, don't want to be bothered. Like, I'm never so depressed, so low. Like, I'm literally in isolation right now. And I don't even know what to do. I'm in therapy, so I'm not suicidal. I'm just depressed and miserable. And it's like, there's so many highs, but there's even more lows. Like, I can't.
down, yeah. Pour it down, yeah. Pour it down, yeah. Pour it down, yeah.
Good morning, you guys. It has been, well, I don't even know. I gotta work on intros, okay? I really have to work on intros. But so I have been doing a lot of self-reflection over the last month or two, and I've been like just trying to get back to the things that I used to do, such as like journaling and reading my Bible, and, you know, having mornings with Jesus, and coming up with a good nighttime routine. Things such as like meditation and taking walks, and just really trying to get back to a good mental health place. And I've been going through a lot, like a lot, absolutely a lot. I don't know if I'm going to share it in this video, but I just wanted to do an updated video of where I am currently, and really trying to get back to the things that I want to do. I've been spending a lot of time in the last 2 years, you know, doing things such as like checking off the things on my list, like, you know, the places that I want to go. Like I went to Paris and for Christmas, right? And just like I don't know, just accomplishing and establishing things that I've never done that I wanted to do, like snowboarding and coloring my hair, you know, dyeing my hair for the first time, my natural hair, and things like that. And just really like getting outside and doing adventurous things and things that I have never done before, which is great. It's not a bad thing. But over the last month and a half, I have been at a place where I've discovered that I've also, in doing those things, I've lost sight of me. I've lost my sense of relationship with God and relationship with myself. This year alone, I haven't done any self-care like as much as I used to. Like I used to do mass faithfully on Sundays and really like hone in onto self-care Sundays. I used to read books, you know, more frequently. I could get through a book within like a month or two. Like I was always reading, always had a book in my hand. Things such as having a frequent washing my hair once a week, you know, deep conditioning my hair once a week, and getting my nails done and my feet done, and just self-care, you know, exfoliating my skin, and just having those days where I watch sermons and like Sundays especially, and watching sermons on Sunday, and really like having like devotional with Christ. And I noticed there had been so much turmoil going on in my life in the last 3 months alone. I've just been at a place where like it's just been constant clashing and constant like fighting and temptations and anger and malice in my world. And I was literally just like praying to God the month of my birthday, like, God, what is going on? You know, I need you to hide me because I feel too exposed. You know, I was meeting new people and I was getting out and I was having fun, having a good time, but I had been drinking so much and partying so much, and it was just like not me. I was enjoying myself. It was like being back in college or enjoying a lifestyle I never had the chance to have. But the thing about it is, I feel like we as human beings have to remember it's okay to have fun. It's okay to enjoy yourself and get out, but we lose focus and balance in the things that we are used to doing, and the things that keep us whole, and the things that keep us focused, you know, the things that bring us back to peace and tranquility, and that really helps us balance daily lifestyles and work and family and relations. And just little things such as self-care and washing your hair, you know, making time for yourself. I feel like I just really didn't have time for me anymore. And when I did have time for me, all I wanted to do was sleep and be depressed. So I've been on a celibacy journey now since, I want to say August, end of August, beginning of September. So it's now, what, 2, maybe 3 months going on, and I'm actually really proud of myself. because it had been a goal for me since I was in Italy. I made a goal for myself to like cut down on drinking alcohol. Like I had literally just been, I was never really a huge drinker until I started my process in like, you know, going into the Navy, because obviously we can't do anything else like legally, right? So I started really drinking alcohol, and that was never me. Like I was never alcoholic. I have a couple shots with friends, but like I had been drinking, y'all, like drinking. I'm talking about getting okay, real bad, like just fucked up. I have on my PT uniform, so like that's why I'm just showing my face, because I didn't want to show this uniform, whatever. But yeah, like I just really had felt like I was at a place where I was like, oh my God, like this is not me. And it is me, but it's just like, it's not completely me. I feel like 50% of me was like, I'm having fun, I'm enjoying my life, I'm hanging out, it's a good time. But at the same time, 75, or I know that's not an equal balance, but 50% of me on the other side of me is like, I miss where I could just, you know, I miss being in my own space. I miss self-care. I miss cooking and just doing things that I love, that keeps me balanced mentally, physically, and emotionally. And I have just discovered that God will give you what you need. He'll give you your prayers. He really will answer them, and you can't be upset or frustrated when he does it. God has a way of doing things on his own time, in a way that he wants to do it, how he sees fit in doing it. And so yeah, I started back. I had to even stop like completely like working out. Like I wasn't working out, I wasn't hitting the gym for about a month or two, and then I started doing it again, and then I just completely fell off. And it was just like so inconsistent, you know. I just didn't really know who I was anymore, and I felt like I was losing sight of myself because I was becoming so conformed to this lifestyle of being in the Navy. And the Navy is a great place. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a real in-depth video for y'all, a few in-depth videos. I'm trying to get better at recording and really like posting and editing videos, but I just really wanted to just talk about losing yourself and finding myself, and losing yourself and finding yourself, and the importance of having a self-care routine and really sticking to it and not letting anybody disturb that. You know, I had started spending my Sundays with my friends, and we would have brunch on Sundays where we'd cook, come together, you know, say a prayer, listen to R&B vibes, and eat. And we'll be there all day at the house, just, you know, enjoying mimosas and watching videos. And it was a good time. It is a thing that is needed. Having a good friend circle is needed. But I just would find myself not doing things that I wanted to do for myself. You know, like there was no balance in like me doing my self-care, you know, the things that I needed to do for myself, such as journaling and reading and meditation and spending time with me. And after discovering that, I feel like I just became so exposed. Like, you know, I felt so naked. Like I was out in the street and I didn't have any cover anymore. I didn't have any protection. I feel like just any and everybody felt like they could just be a part of me, that they could just reach me, they can just reach out and touch me, or they can just talk to me in any type of way. You know, like I didn't feel set apart anymore. I didn't feel like unique and special anymore. And I just felt like everybody just was walking all over me, talking to me any type of way. And I was allowing it because I've gotten to a place where I've put in so much work to be a better person. I put in so much work to control my anger, to control myself, to hold my peace and let the Lord fight my battles. Like I put in so much work to not tear men down and to be a better woman. And I realized I lost myself. I was letting any and everything happen. I didn't have any say-so anymore. I wasn't speaking up for myself. It got to a point where I even was allowing myself to get bullied. Now, I literally have never been a girl who would let somebody bully me. I was the girl who would fight. I was ready to fight. I was ready to throw hands, like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Type time. Like, you want to play with fire, baby, I will burn you type time. Like, I'm going to pull out the stick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was very like, let me pull out my knife. I will stab you. Like, that's the type of person that I used to be. You know, jumping through windows of cars, like, ready to go get females. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to censor myself for YouTube, but that's who I was. You know, I was very, like, lashing out, ready to fight any and everybody. Like, let's go get it. You know what I'm saying? And before I joined the Navy, like, I think it started in college when when me and my ex were together. We started really, like, his dad was teaching us how to, like, read the Bible and the importance of reading your daily Proverbs and reading your daily Psalms, because God literally gives you instruction on how to deal with people on a daily basis, how to deal with trials and tribulations, and what you should be doing and who you should be becoming on a daily basis. And I had been doing that for about 2 to 3 years, and then I just stopped. Like problems started happening, situations started occurring, trials and tribulations started coming in, and I found myself on a steady, like, decline, and I just stopped doing it. I stopped having a relationship with God, in a sense. I was still praying, but I wasn't reading my Bible. I wasn't doing, like, you know, journaling reflections, and I just stopped. And I took I've been doing self-reflection for the last month, and it's like, what is different? What's up? Like, you know, what is going on? There was just so much turmoil, and I found myself back at a place where I should have never been. When you put in so much work, you know, I invested in self-help books, you know, and journaling and researching and things like that, right? When you put in so much work to come from a place that you were so low, coming from a place from being suicidal, but being broken, from feeling worthless and nothing, and you put in so much work and so much effort to rebuild yourself and get yourself to a higher place and a higher level, and you find yourself years later back at that place, there's a problem. There's a problem. God gives you in his word the peace that passeth all understanding. And what that simply means is that he literally gives you a guideline and instruction on how to maintain on a daily. You know, the world is so chaotic, and COVID happened, you know what I'm saying? And I literally went through a life transition from going from a civilian to an enlisted, you know, service member. It's a big deal. It's a big transition, and you can lose yourself. You really can. And I felt like I was literally on a down slope. Like, I was literally crashing, and I didn't see it for a while until I seen it. And just recently, I had to pull myself out of that. Like, I had to literally go back to that dark place and be like, no, we have put in too much work, sis. Since we put in too much work to be that person again, we put in too much work to allow a man to come in and disturb your energy, disturb your peace. We put in too much energy to be this person again. And people have a way of trying to remind you of who you used to be, or bring up things that they are really self-reflecting off onto you. I think it's deflecting.
Coming call. Press.
But yeah, so, and you know who you are, right? You know the work you've put in, you know the efforts, you know the things that has happened to you. You know who you are. Don't allow yourself to fall victim unto people. Don't allow yourself to fall victim unto the things that people say that you should do and who you should be. In the Navy, it's very, very difficult because so many people insert their opinions. And let me tell you something. People are always going to have opinions. Like, the Navy is not different from the civilian world as far as, like, the drama and the traumas and the things that occur financially, physically, emotionally. Like, it's still life. We still lifing out here. We still in these streets lifing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still the same, but the difference is like, this is a lifestyle. This is a community. It's like being a part of a group, you know, in a sense, you know, in a frat or fraternity, whatever you want to call it, right? And you find yourself sometimes falling victim to that system. You are now a part of something. And then, like, for me, it felt good to kind of be a part of, you know, something good. You know, being in the military is not a bad thing. It felt good to be a part of something good, to be a part of a group, or, you know, a lifestyle that, you know, is a good thing. So the breaking of the civilian mindset, you become, you know, partnered with people. You become selfless in the sense of like, you have a task to do. It's not about you anymore. It's about a mission. It's about a purpose. It's about your shipmates. And they have a way of persuading you into forget about what you want to do. You know, let's look about the facts. Let's look about the opinions. Let's look about what you have currently. You know, you have stability. You have a constant paycheck, whether it's coming in steadily or not, you know, because sometimes we don't get paid. Sometimes we have pay issues. It's the same thing. But look at what you have. Like, you're in a world where you can't just get fired and you can't just quit. And sometimes it's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? And they try to like talk about, you know, the benefits of being in, and it kind of is like a scare tactic in a sense. And it starts to really make you question who you want to be and who you want to be around and what you want to do and where you want to go in your life. And it's already kind of like you've invested the time, right? You've invested the energy, and it's an easy lifestyle sometimes. Like, it's an easy job. It's just mentally, it's draining, and it literally can, like I said, you can get caught up into becoming a person that you've never meant to be, but it kind of like grabs you and it can bring you in. It can suck you in because it's not bad. Like, you have a lot of fun. You get so many different opportunities and so many things that you couldn't do in the civilian world. I have access to free therapy and counseling, and I don't know if y'all know or not, but therapist is like, having a therapist is expensive. Like, some therapists are charging $60 to $150 an hour. In the Navy, they come up with a partnership with Humana where you can have counseling session for a whole hour for free. You know what I'm saying? And like the healthcare and stuff, like, I can make an appointment to go see a doctor and get my teeth cleaned faithfully. I get reminders about it, you know, and it literally is a complete program and organization and lifestyle that's set up for you to be successful. Like, you can't fail. Like, there's no way you fail in the Navy. And it's crazy because it's like, you know, people like, how do veterans get out with nothing and they're homeless and they don't have anything? It's just a lot of people don't utilize the resources in the Navy. A lot of people get blindsided. They get caught up in the antics. They get caught up in the politics, and they find themselves in predicaments that it's like, well, we have the resources. Don't be ashamed to use them. But people are like, I'm not using them, I'm straight. Like, people are so, you know, full of themselves, and they're so afraid of how people feel, how people view them. And like I said, they get caught up in the antics that they don't take care of them. The Navy has the resources, but it's very, like, I feel like a lot of people are so mission forward. They're not like people forward. You know, the military runs the military, and that literally right there is the issue. It's not as many civilian balances, you know, like certain things, like, right, when you talk to your family, like, you eat today, you know, what you eat today. When you talk to a loved one, they care about, did you eat today? You know, they can see you down and see you crying, like, you know, don't go to work today, whatever. Or, you know, they pay attention to weight loss, and they pay attention to you being sad or being quiet, your hair changes, your skin breaking out. Like, your civilians and your family and your loved ones, they pay attention to those things because they know you, they care about you. In the military, it's like, I'm not going to say that they don't care. I'm not going to say that they don't see those things, because a lot of people do, but it's just hard sometimes to really pay attention to those things because we're so mission driven. We're so like, we got a task to do. We got these numbers to fulfill. We got this gear to get out to the fleet. Like, it's our job is literally our lifestyle. So we so focused on the mission that we lose sight of the people. And that is why, as a person in the military, as a service member, I was like, okay, I gotta focus on me. I gotta take care of myself. When I have time off from work, anytime I get any chance, I get every little minute, every little moment that is not Navy, I'm gonna use that time and go back to utilizing that time to taking care of myself. Because if I don't take care of myself, who will? You know, who will? So I've been sitting, I just started back reading my Bible this morning. I read my Proverbs today, and I'm now currently doing my devotional, my women's devotional this morning in my car, because living in the barracks, like, it's a whole nother situation. And sometimes you just have to get outside your comfort zone, or get outside the place that, you know, especially it's kind of like when you work from home, you live from home. In the civilian world, you're so used to being inside the house. Sometimes you have to get out, you know, just get out the house and take a drive or whatever. Me, I find comfort in my car. I love my car. Like it's just me, myself, and I in here, you know. So a lot of my videos are in my car. I don't have a couch. I don't have a home where I can just put my feet up on the couch and it's like in a whole different space for my bedroom. I don't have that. But yeah, I just wanted to just make this video, come in here and say, just, you know, take care of you. Truly, honestly, I'm going to be doing more videos. I'm trying to be more consistent. But I'm on a healing journey. Like, I've healed, and there's nothing wrong with re-healing. Healing again. Sometimes you got to heal 3-4 times from that same thing. You know, sometimes you have triggers and situations that bring you back to where you were before. And that's why it's important to have that balance consistently, because if you're constantly in communication with yourself, constant communication with God, constant healing, constant working on yourself, constant self-care, you shouldn't find yourself at a place where you're dipping so low to like you're back to where you were at your lowest point. So really finding myself again is where I've been, and things such as meditation. I'm gonna do more in-depth videos. That is one of my main goals, is to just be more consistent with bringing you guys this. But it was just so crazy because I had found this reflection book, devotional, that I haven't touched in 2 years, and I was going through it and just reading the things that I have been praying and asking God for, and the things that had been on my heart, you know, 2 years ago. And I look back, literally, I have the date here, 2020, and I look back 2 years later, where some of these things I have established, and one of the biggest things was joining the Navy and enlisting in the military. But it's just good to reflect, because sometimes you need reminders of why you joined the Navy, or why you know, are doing your lifestyle, why you started college, why you started a career path, or why you decided to do the things that you do every day. Because the reality is, you make your own decisions in life, no matter what nobody tell you, no matter how you feel. Yes, a lot of those decisions, especially like being in the military, it kind of is at somebody else's discretion, but you decide to who you want to be. You decide what successes you want to have. You decide the life that you want to live. So just going back here, just looking back at the things that I wrote down, the things that I wanted to get accomplished. And this is why journaling is so good, because sometimes you have to go back and reflect and have reminders of the things that you wanted to do. You know, the world is so crazy. Life happens to everybody. And sometimes you lose focus, you know. And being in times of COVID and, you know, flu, and where the world is, and, you know, we got Kanye West, and you know, elections and politics and stuff, you get so lost. Sometimes social media is so loud, you get so caught up. I gotta do this, I gotta do this, go do this. If you're starting a family, if you're starting a new relationship, it's so hard sometimes to really like still have a relationship with yourself and relationship with Christ, or whoever you guys believe in. It don't have to be Christ, it's jobless, whatever, you know, whatever you believe in, your spiritual walk with reality, however you feel. But having that relationship and having that, you know, stability and spiritual connection. So that's all I have for you guys. I try to keep these videos a little short, but yeah, I'm just back to that place where I'm just trying to really like focus on me, you know. Like, I've been focusing on me, but now I'm really back to like the mental aspect of me, you know. How's my mental, checking in with myself? Because as a mental health advocate, I feel like I kind of lost my way. Like, I literally couldn't do journaling. I couldn't, like, it wasn't working anymore, you know. I'm back in therapy, and things are just going real good. So I pray that this video helps y'all. Pray that I can really just be of help to somebody, and yeah, just, you know, sharing this with y'all. So love you guys. See you guys in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, it's your girl. I got it, you want it, come over here, PICO.